Hey friendos, welcome back to this fine Wednesday afternoon. That's just a little bit damp on my end, but here we are back for some more Kirby stitching. We're getting close to the end, guys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. After this, there will be 7 left, which I suppose still, even if I was doing one a week, would be 7 weeks of Kirbs, which horrifies me. But we're fine. We've got so many left. But we're getting there. Soon I will have all 25 and I'll be able to sit in the circle of all the Kirbs and just blast Kirby power at whomever crosses me. Why is there something weird on the wall? Oh, it's where the microphone was screwed into. Anyway, cool! We finished Paint Kirby last week. I love that one so much. I did redo Wing Kirby, which you guys knew from last week. We also I finished mounting Wheelie. So wheel's all set to go. Kind of want this side open, so let's try that. Okay. Alright, maybe we have to move the coffee. Damn! I was trying to press the Ida before we started. It worked better than I expected. Better than it usually works, when I usually don't press it at all. You can also see the wonderful stack of boxes that are multiplying behind me. Alright, let's see. So this one's gonna be wide. We're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5. $37 wide. That's a lot. Gonna be tight. Guess let's try there. Actually, if I'm pinning that, I want to use not the needle that I'm trying to thread. Okay. Maybe I should start judging when we get to move and how many Kirbys we will need to fill it. Actually, I feel like it's about 7 Kirbys. When we finish the Kirbys, then we have moved. Here. Oh, all right, no. Today's gonna be a good posture day, full of good posture. I've got my ass pillow, I've got my back pillow. We're not gonna get to 6 o'clock tonight, and I'm not gonna be sitting here like a 95-year-old lady. Going, oh, my joints hurt. We're not doing it. It's not happening. I think I promised to play Control today, so... I feel like the music is kind of high. Mitchop? Probably shouldn't have touched it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3. I thought about not starting with the outline on this one because it would have been super fun to not start with the outline, but this is the way I've been doing it. So I'm afraid if I deviate from the way I've been doing it, I'll confuse myself and end up having to pull out a whole bunch. I had to go to bed last night. I wasn't tired, but I was just sewing badly. Hey, Eben, yeah, we made it, or we put it so that I was mostly blocking her, but now that I'm moved over to actually sew, she's a little bit more visible. We wanted her to just peek out a little bit here and there. But yeah, that's the horrible box stack of horror. It is a fraction of the things that I own. Why are we having bad network troubles? It's the middle of the afternoon. It's the morning. It is still morning. God help me. Fiber soon, praise the fiber, indeed. I think Grid has a plan to get the fiber in there before we're actually living there. So we have it ready to go. Which I'm like, no, don't. Nah, whatever. That's true, I will be paying for it. Now, put it in there now. Get it nice and warmed up. Gotta have it running like a car, you know? Just upload data. Maybe we can set Commander Root up in the apartment before we move in. Actually, all our gaming stuff packed down a lot smaller than I expected, which was nice. We are collectors, but we're not intentional collectors? What do I mean? We're deal hunters, that's what we are. We're sharks when it comes to somebody has mislabeled or identified how much they could get from a video game console. We're like, a $30 Sega Dreamcast? Yes. We're not like, oh my god, I need to have a Sega Dreamcast. I think half of the rush that comes to me from collecting is that I get deals. That's why I'm just not, I just can't find it in me to be interested in old or in new consoles. There's no sale I'm getting on the PS5. It's not happening. I won't get that rush of having screwed over the corporate America. Or corporate whoever manufactures them. I don't have any stories about Walking Club this week. We postponed until tomorrow. I know you guys were all waiting on the edge of your seat. Hey, Beanie, afternoon. Oh my god, yeah, the quarter price SNES Classic blew my socks off. That was my crowning achievement. That felt so good. That was on sale. So that was on sale at Target. How did that happen? I think I used 2 coupons on that, and I got in an argument with somebody on the internet about shitty people who use 2 coupons, and I was like, no, I'm not saying I argued with the cashier until they gave me the ability to use 2 coupons. I'm saying the small print on the coupon said applicable on other sale items. Verbatim. I wasn't being a Karen, I promise. That's just how it was. And I got the SNES Classic for $25. And it felt so good. That's back when it was still like, yeah, $100, I think. When it was still full price. I actually don't know what it's going for now. Yeah, there was a coupon and then Target's Cartwheel app or some shit. Man, that felt so good. It's going pretty good. We've got a whole bunch of construction down the road, which is a big bummer, but Grid's airtight sound design has made it so we are not hearing any of it, despite my complete refusal to shut even one window in this apartment, because once April hits, all the windows are open, and then they stay open until it gets too hot for me to have the windows open. Because I need the outside smells. And this is even without the fancy RTX noise-canceling gobbledygook. Hey, Willionaire. Hell yeah! I'm not normally a couponer, but man, this was just, it was so good. It felt so good. And then what else did we get? We got an Atari cartridge for 20 bucks when it should have been 40. I don't even remember what Atari game it was because we do not have an Atari. But man, we bought that cartridge. 50% increase in profit. I don't know. 2 pizzas for $5. That's probably how much they cost them to make. I love Pizza Hut. Yeah, Rhino. Well, honestly, I felt like, I don't know, I just was so pleased with the joke that I also felt that some people might be confused by it. 2, 3, 4, 5. I felt like enough people might be confused by my title that they'd still not understand what Kirby it was. Also, the lyrics are incorrect anyway, so it was a bad joke. Look, I think I'm funny. That's all that matters. Hey, Jellycat! Hey, Grid, is there any chance that you can fix that Cobot? The YouTube Cobot ping? Because it still says work in progress, and it's definitely not a work in progress anymore. It's just a work. It's just in progress. Alright, here, let's try it again. Hey, Rhino. It looks good. There's nothing that frustrates me more than it... I mean, I guess the worst situation would be it not coming back, but, like, it ruins everything. It ruins my stats. It ruins my fucking daily totals. It ruins everybody's groove. Like, let me try this stream. Oh, it's fucked up. I'm gonna leave now. I hate it. It drives me fucking nuts. I would rather just not stream if we're gonna have problems like this, but there's no way to know until we start, so... Great! I finished the outline while we were stopped because these take so long to do, I didn't want to waste any time. I figure it's not really a surprise which one we're doing today anyway, so whatever, right? Who cares? I'm gonna do the white next because the white is very small. So small. These are for another Kirby. We can put the black away on our... I like using these to... I like throwing everything I need in the bowl, and then I like using these rings to keep track of what I've already used before I put it away. I don't know. I like doing it. But anyway, hey Sir Vorcio, hey Red Cat. Thank you guys. Sorry for the frustration. Stupid internet. But this is kind of like a very slow motion, or a very long-term, what's the word I'm looking for? Sped up, you know, fast forward thing. So like, boom! Outline's done. Yeah. Hopefully the stream will stay stable in the next couple minutes because Grid's got a Zoom call. Hell yeah. We're just gonna suck up all that bandwidth. Hey, Jaybird, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you work at home folks to creep. Sick of your 6 TV shows? Put me on in the background. Make sure to mute me because I definitely will swear. The boss will be like, what the hell is that in the background? It sounds like a crazy lady yelling. And you'll be like, in fact. Oh, good. The pavement saw has started up again. I love it. I love it. Hey, Steph, thank you. All right, so we have 4 little squares of white. We don't have a lot of white to worry about in this one. Kind of want to get the pink out of the way. Well, I mean, I say the pink out of the way, but there's really not much to this guy other than pink. This is as stripped down as Kirby can be. Kirby is sick of your shit. Kirby is over it. Yeah, we can't hear the saw? That's fantastic. That's amazing. My sound guy's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so now we're done with white. That's wonderful. Because white is boring! Okay, we'll clip this. Seesaw. Band. I can't say that we won't have construction noise in our new place, but I don't know, we'll be up higher, so maybe it won't be as much. I don't know. Would you like to play a game? Okay, so one of these was supposed to be for the feet. Why do I have an extra red? Is that supposed to be for... Oh, maybe that's supposed to be for Sleep Kirby and I fucked up. Okay, so I think actually it's gonna be... Dark red. No, light red, dark red. I guess it's gonna be these guys. So I guess we'll have to do this one first. Okay. Good talk, I say as I arrange things off your camera view and you have no input in them whatsoever. I have a blanket on my lap like an old lady. It's great, it's great. I like how they're finally fixing the potholes in the road after we've decided to move. For the last, like, 4 years, they just come through with an asphalt truck and fill them in. Which obviously lasts for, like, 10 minutes. Might as well fill them in with gravel. Should we hoop this? Should we? Yeah, I guess. I guess we can hoop it. It's not... We're not as tight as we were previously. I think paint and sword are both tighter. Actually, beam I think might be a little tighter too. Great. Mostly gravel. Look, I want 100% tar. 100% free-range organic tar. I meant loose gravel. I can't remember the name of the road that I hit. I think it was last year? Might have been 2 years ago. Actually, it might have been 2 years ago. I ended up taking a ride on the motorcycle without grid up in a lake that I used to spend a lot of summers in as a kid. Doesn't matter. Took a back road that I haven't taken before, and it had a really sketchy name. I don't remember the name. But after a mile or so, it just turned into gravel, just like straight gravel. But it was like fresh gravel, like really fresh, well-graded, clean gravel. So I was like, because riding a motorcycle on a gravel road sucks, just really sucks. I used to not care so much when I had a little 250 because it's a lot easier to put your feet on the ground and throw around a little 250 if it's only like a 300-pound bike, but my bike's like 600 pounds. Harder. So I'm like, I don't want to turn around because this road is going to take me where I want to go, but I don't know how long this is going to be gravel. And in waffling about it, I just kind of kept continuing. And then after a certain point, I got like a mile and a half into the road and I'm like, I can't turn around now. I don't think I can turn around now. We're in this. We're in this. Motorcycles don't go in a lake. Hey, Mitchoff, no worries. Sorry that the thing was screwed up. God, I can't get this to fucking tighten down. I keep trying to cross thread the fucking screw. So yeah, it was like 5 miles of gravel and I'm doing like 15 on the thing, maybe. I'm basically walking my bike up this gravel road and there's this big ass hill and I pass one pickup truck who like speeds around me. And I'm like, am I gonna get shot here? Is this a private road and I'm gonna get shot here? I'm riding a Harley, so maybe they'll think I am a fellow redneck, perhaps. Or maybe they'll shoot me and take my Harley and put it up on blocks. Do you do that to a Harley? I don't know. Finally made it out, but boy, it was dumb. I definitely went some ill-advised places, fucking hell, on my little 250, but that thing you could almost throw around like a dirt bike. Come on. No, that is really interesting, Evan. I thought they were getting into like all recycled, well, not like everywhere, but I thought there was a potential for like all recycled plastic roads now. Come on, you son of a bitch. I hate you and everything you stand for. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. And now it is just crushingly off-centered. Who cares? Hello again, Beanie. M-U-G-G-E-D. Thank you. God, I don't remember what the name of the road was. Hold on. Because it was really sketchy. Oh yeah. Okay, so it started off as Fox Hill Road and then it turned into Lake Desolation Road. And I passed Lake Desolation. There's a town there. It's great. No worries, Grid. We look good now. Or we still look good. It looked like a really, like visually it looked like a really cute little lake, but there was nobody around and it was the middle of, I don't know, June, July? Probably July. So, prime lake time, I saw nobody in the town, nobody out and about. Just the vibe with Stephen King novel, that's all. Terrible. The viscoelasticity, that's a fancy ass word. The underlayers, got it. Neat. I am interested in roads insofar as I don't ever have to apply them. I try to be a woman of the world, you know, a true Renaissance woman, and I try to be open to doing all labor. I have done some shitty labor, but God help me, I never want to lay asphalt. I don't know, maybe they did bean me. Maybe that's where our internet problems came from. Maybe I'm haunted. Hey, Burger. He pissed. Kirby's got no pants and he mad. Oh, I already actually threaded a needle. Just kidding. Alright, where are we going for this? Where are we starting? Where are we starting? I guess let's start down here. Maybe I should have done the feet first like I usually do, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh god, it's so sweaty, and then the asphalt's hot, and then it's stinky. I mean, the only thing that sounds comparably crappy is roofing, and I have done a little bit of roofing, although it was very, very extremely low-key roofing. It was like, hey, do you want to help your 70-year-old grandfather for an afternoon? It's not going to be very high energy. Then we're gonna go... Asphalt. You know it. Yeah, it's a very appropriate Kirby for the afternoon. I don't know a smart way to do this because they're just little stitches all at the edges here, but that's okay. That's a good point, Evan. That's a good point. I see some of those fancy-ass tractors they got going on. They got little, like, closed-in cabs with air conditioning. Sounds lovely. Now we're just gonna get the Hulk Hogan mustache in here. Don't be afraid, Burger. You can do it. You will not learn if you do not start. I believe in you. Oh, come on. One more stitch? Oh, damn it. Maybe we can make one more stitch. I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, maybe really bad. There we go. Perfect. People normally do roofing together. I feel like you normally have a crew, so maybe you might have to talk to some people. Although, you know, I feel like the working man predisposed to doing construction work might not need to talk to anybody. So maybe, yeah. I did like that part of when I worked for the highway department, mowing and everything. You were just on your own. You didn't have to fuck with nobody. That's true. No random passersby. That's a good point. Nothing's worse than the public. That's a red. So now we're going... Oh, this is messy. Yeah, he mad at the ISP. He PS'd. Kirby says broadband for all. Yeah, this is still holding up great, even with grid zoom call. Good. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. There we go. The packing has started. We've actually got all of the consoles packed, except for the Switch and the Classic. It took a lot fewer boxes than I anticipated. I'm so excited to get out of here. I still think we started a little early. We've got like... We're not starting to move any... We're doing... I called in my friends and we told our landlord that we wanted to do the big truck haul on June 12th. So we've got a while. Unfortunately. It is a... Let me see if I can narrow it down for you. It is a spaceship. You cannot take the sky from me. Oh, geez. Well, that's the... we don't have a house, so that's better, I guess. I don't know. I've never had this much time. I just was worried about starting too early and then putting things that I needed in boxes and then having to dig through the boxes. Oh no. Yeah, my gramps, anytime I talk to him, he's like, wow, we had like 10 months for our house when we moved into our house. This was like, I don't know, 17 years ago. God, have they been there for that long? How old am I? And I need it every day. And I'm just like, oh shit. Oh crap, this is really messy. Shoot. Little Sakura 17, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, new friend. It's gonna be great because we're still gonna have 2 weeks after that in order to finish. This is redundant and a waste of floss, and I don't really care. Sorry, Sir Vorcio. I feel like I have to double check how loud those are. I feel like they've been... Oh, did it get weird? That's weird. It sounded fine here, it just sounded... loud. I guess if we don't have internet problems, we have to have problems somewhere with something. It's gonna be the second step up right here. Is that all of the berry that we need? I think so. I haven't quite decided yet. Sally doesn't scrunch up too good. I have another doll that is also roughly Sally's size that kind of folds up a little bit better than Sally does. But I'm pretty amused by hers just sitting out loose. So we'll see. I recently got a whole bunch of, like those soft, vaguely square box bag things. I don't know what I'm trying to say. For storing, like, blankets under the bed. They're soft-sided, but they're kind of square and they have zippers on them. So I actually don't have to worry about storing any blankets or soft goods because it's all done. And I did that before we knew we were moving. Because I just otherwise had blankets piled underneath the bed, stuffed in there. Hey, Emerlyn! Oh gosh. 20 trips later, yikes. Yeah. We're gonna get the big U-Haul. We've got we called in a whole bunch of favors from friends. Or we're in the process of calling in a whole bunch of favors from friends. We wanted to double check with our landlord that it would be good to go at that point before we put out the real SOS. But we haven't moved in like 6 years. We've been here, yeah, 6 years. So all of my friends owe me one at this point. I think I have one friend who I missed it when he moved into his house. Because he didn't really have that much stuff, and I was working. I mean, like, comparatively. He was bachelor apartment to, like, 4-bedroom house. So... he still doesn't have enough stuff. Oh, Dark Souls 5. Yeah, alright. That'll shock you out of it. Shuttle our shit. Where should I start on this one? I guess I just like starting here on the side. Gotta go to the left. Killing me because I don't want to talk about anything other than moving. Well, I don't have anything else. Grid and I don't have anything else to talk about because we've been stuck inside together for a year now. I love him dearly, and man, on the days that we are, if like I go out and he doesn't, the first thing I want to do when I get home is tell him all about my day. But boy howdy, do we not have anything else to fucking talk about at this moment. But because we're both so we're doers, we're planners, I don't know, we're practical people who like getting their hands into things. So all we've been doing is talking about logistics, about the move. But at this point, we don't have any logistics to talk about anymore. We're just kind of making things up at this point. We're like, well, we're not really going to be able to figure out how this furniture fits in until we get in there. We've measured it, we've sketched it, we've graphed it, we've put little models together. We've talked about it, but we're not going to be able to make a decision until we see it with our own eyes. And that's... doesn't stop me from talking about it anyway, really. Just like, Grid, how about this scenario that isn't reality yet? Let's go over it one more time. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. These are a little close together. I'm sure it'll be fine. We can put one more over here. Kabuki Kirby. Yes, definitely. Gonna be fine. Moving into this place is gonna be glorious, but then eventually moving out of it is gonna be terrible. I feel like our stuff is going to expand to fit the greater space that we're going to have. Alright, and then we gotta go up here. And we've got 2 pink ones up here. I feel really bad for whoever we're going to get to carry my desk. Which isn't going to be me. Because I like to pretend I'm a big, strong, angry lady, but my wrists are garbage! And this desk is so heavy! I'm actually not entirely sure it's gonna fit through the front door. I think A, we're gonna have to take the front door off. And I think B, we're going to have to disassemble the desk slightly. Bummer. Don't start again, OBS. We got it into this apartment okay, but the other apartment is an older building, so I think it's gonna suck. Yeah, Beanie, we have apparently New York is just open now. Apparently as of the 17th we're just open, and it says entertainment venues, and it's just open, and that horrifies me. I don't think we should be open yet. Nope, not Suplex. Good guess, though. Apparently Broadway is thinking that it's going to come back in June. Or July, I think, by the summer. We have our catch-up call with our big theater tomorrow. They postponed it. Usually it's Wednesdays. I don't know. I have no idea. I just can't see a way forward. And they just released the funds for the Save Our Stages Act for entertainment venues. Just now. Now. And by released funds, I mean they just opened applications after a year. We've been talking about this for a year. We've been working on this for a year. Venues have already closed. So I don't know how fast we're actually going to be able to get back on our feet. I'm really worried that this is going to overlap in June with our move. I know it's very foolish to say I hope that the industry stays shut down long enough for me to move, but I really do, because I'm trying to orchestrate this big move and also trying to get back to normal after all of this is going to be very hard. I would only like to focus on one of those things. The points are still brains. They are. Oh yeah, our furniture's gonna be tough. It's, the layout's weird, so it's gonna be weird. It's definitely gonna be weird. And I keep seeing all these terrible, shitty articles that are like, you know, some people are just addicted to the pandemic and they don't want to go back to normal. And I'm looking at all these articles and I'm like, because it's not over yet, you fucks. Gigs with no... Yeah, see, that's the problem, though. We're still trying to figure out how to allow entry. You know, we're still having the conversation whether or not we're checking a vaccine card. We were talking about, you know, testing at the door, rapid testing, but rapid testing is extremely expensive. I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, Nine of Clubs. I think I would feel better with the fall. I would feel better. I would feel okay with fall. I don't think I feel okay with summer. Well, I mean, to be fair, I usually do make you guess, and I kind of expected that some people wouldn't read the title or wouldn't assume that I gave you the answer. I mean, the last time I said it wasn't a Kirby, you guys didn't believe me, and you kept trying to guess Kirby's, so... Yeah, it's been so fun. I just want to do it again forever. My whole industry got flushed down the toilet. I love every second. It's been fine. Okay, we're still on track. Still doing good. I think I should have taken the darker color for those Can't even tell the difference. Oh, because I'm using the wrong color like a dumb shit. I can't even tell the difference between that one and the one next to it because it's not different. Ow. It's fine. See, this is why I have my little clippies. I wasn't paying attention. Oh god, Evorcia, that sucks. Yeah, that's terrible. Hey, Dirty Bird! And oh nice, you're finishing your first cross-stitch today. That's fantastic. Good for you. What is it? Ah. Get out of here. Urgh. Oh, the Overwatch logo? Nice. That's awesome. Is that one? Okay, that one has to stay. We can pick this out, right? No? Where are you coming from? Boink. Okay, now the right color. This color. Oh, good luck on your meeting. Meetings suck. I guess I don't want work from home to end because I love I love having you guys as a captive audience every day. Pandemic was created by Alidus to increase Twitch numbers. Hey, lady! Stream feed seems to be- oh yeah, they're rewinding. Oh ew, how did that happen? That's gross. Okay, here we go. Fast forward. CROSSSSTITCH. Thank you. Lunch is extremely important. Oh, I have lunch in the fridge. Nice. Today is full of planning. Okay, maybe we don't want to pop over the face yet. Maybe we'll just do a ring. too. Why are you getting the Sawzall? I'm very concerned. Grid just walked into here, picked up the Sawzall out of his bag, and then walked away from me. Without telling me anything. Am due a concern. I may need a place to live before July. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, perfect. His body language made me guess that maybe it was for a joke. So maybe somebody on his call asked how something could be done, and then he picked up the Sawzall to be like, this way. Hey, Sarah! I hope you're safe home. Oh, I want to sauce everyone. I would like to sauce them all. Ah. Are you allowed to cut them down in the park that... Oh, facilities hasn't removed... Grid, get a piece of wood. Give me a piece of wood. For the coffee table. Grid. Oh, Grid, get me a piece of round. Get me a round piece of wood. Get me. Grid. I want wood. Alrighty. We've seen these like really, really adorable little tiny chainsaws at Home Depot the last couple times we've gone. Oh yeah, coffee coasters, absolutely. Now I want to do, I've been looking for like just literally a round, just like a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a cross cut of just a round piece of wood so I can do some carving on it. I have a wood carving set. I got some plans, but I just haven't been able to get my hands on them. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. Which is hilarious. Well, I mean, I get it's different, you know, lumber is different than wood that has been blown down somewhere, but we had some pretty bad wind a while back, and like lots of places I've been walking and everything just have down trees everywhere. And I just keep thinking, man, if I had a tiny chainsaw. Okay, we're just going all the way across. Hey, Noctis. This is how Ala feels when she doesn't have enough internet to stream. Gonna overload the Spectrum office with tiny angry Kirby's. But it's okay, we still look stable, everything's fine. Did Spotify stop? Why? Oh, because it played the whole album. Why are you like this? It is progressing. We are getting there. I'm not sure what my next project is. I really want to get the bookshelves completely cleared. I have a couple more bookshelves. Hamsters on wheels. This is the truth. Oh yeah, the little round things in Link's Awakening. I definitely forgot. I always forget until I see them again. Oh no, you have to get a Rona test. Bummer. I know what I have. Lol. I used to work at a little... When I worked at the, hardware store. Jesus Christ. We had a very, very small lumber selection. Like, we had like 4 2x4s and a couple other, you know, like a sheet of plywood maybe. It was mostly for farmers who didn't want to drive all the way into the city to get something from Home Depot, but it was ridiculously expensive because we didn't carry a lot of it. So, you were boned anytime you came in. I can only imagine what their prices are now. Oh no, no stabbing! Need some male gloves. Hey Dux, it's going pretty good. How about you? This is my face when my internet shits the bed. But it's been okay now. Yeah, I wanted to raffle another Kirby today, unfortunately, but well, I wanted to raffle another Kirby today. Pause. But unfortunately, I didn't manage to finish Sleepy Kirby until, well, I just started it last night. So soon. I'm trying to be a little bit gentler with myself in terms of my own expectations and my workload. So, and I keep thinking I'm gonna sew after I finish the stream, you know, just like relaxing, some relaxing sewing, but it's not relaxing because I still need the big gigantic lights on or else I can't see what I'm doing. And then if I get tired, I miscount. So it's not like I'm tired enough to sleep, but I am tired enough to fuck up some sewing. Without doing every single thing on camera, I find myself putting it off also. But then doing every single thing on camera makes me lay tired. American box art Kirby. You are the first person to make that joke. It's a good joke. Look, America doesn't like nice things that are soft and smiling. Because feeling happy feelings is probably gay. This is America, full of fists and testosterone. No, when I am sewing by myself, I do not talk to myself. But I do get up every 6 minutes. I'm like, cool, I accomplished 6 stitches. I'm gonna go get a snack. I'm gonna go see what that noise is. I'm gonna check Twitter. There we go. This one is exactly mirrored, so that is kind of nice. Although it does make it a little bit more boring. Yeah, right, Burger? The best way. Like, score. Although I definitely found whenever I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn and I encountered a lore, I was kind of sad that I didn't get to read it out loud if I was playing without you guys. More fun to read it with you guys. Hey, McVegan Pants. Yeah, Beanie, I'm saying, you gotta reward yourself. Any work that gets done these days is amazing work, damn it. Huh? Yeah, there was one little tiny dip that I caught. To be fair, it is behind me, so I haven't seen it, but nobody has complained, and It looks fine. How was your Zoom call? Are you gonna get me some wood? Oh, I want a piece of wood. First of all, if you can get like a round, like yay, get me one. Hit a bitch up. Or hook a bitch up. No, don't hit me. And I mean, I want you to get a piece of coffee table wood, but I don't know, we already talked about how I don't know how to dry it, so maybe that would be better to not. Oh, Lurkin's the best. Lurk it up. These craft streams are the best for Lurkin also. Just like, we're so chill, except how much I swear. Hi! Huh? No smacking! Don't you collaborate! There's no collaboration here! The mods are rebelling. What if I unmodded you, Grid? No, I don't need the ban hammer. You're gonna ban Kirby? You're doing me a distract, Grid Monkey. It is very shitty out, yeah. It's fine. We have both the motorcycles out and we'll get to ride them never. It's okay. You should schedule your inspection. I'm not gonna sit on your bike until it's inspected. Not that I need to sit on your bike. Wow, Boxy. Wow. This betrayal. Utter betrayal. Gosh. Yeah, no, throw it away. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Grid. What are you doing? You better not get your feet in my camera view.
Making sure.
You're making sure? Okay. All right. They finally called me about my... Yeah, I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I guess I knew what I was doing. Past Ella was naive and innocent and thought well of people. Fool. But yeah, they finally called me about my motorcycle horn issue. And they kind of like... I was in the middle of a stream when they called me the first time, so I didn't really press him for a lot of information. I was like, okay, can you tell me how much it's gonna look like it might be? And he's like, well, the new horn costs like, I don't know, 20 bucks, and then the Switch costs like, I don't know, 40 bucks. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a reasonable amount of money. And then it ended up being like $200. And I'm just like, I'm glad we're moving so I never have to store this motorcycle here ever again because fuck you guys. I'm really bad at conflict. So I'm just like, nope, I'll pay the bill. I'll pay the bill. I'll pay the bill. Swipe my card. Now I want to leave. Give me my bike. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go away. That's true, Beanie. Yeah, she real dumb. I just don't even understand what happened. They had the bike for 6 months. They did $700 of work on it. And then when they take it back out, they need to do more work on it? Why? So pissed. Yeah, I never asked for the labor cost. That's correct. But I would still hope that you would include those. And I wasn't sure if the labor costs were going to be included in the work that they had already done anyway. I was assuming if they had to inspect it still, because I'm assuming without a horn it would not pass inspection. And they maybe still needed to clean it after that? I don't know. It's my fault because I was literally streaming when they called me, so I was not interested in making that conversation last a very long time. I'm also done with Harleys. Anyway, I just... You know, I spent so many years trying to... Because I love the Harley look. I've never found a bike that I like the look of more than the Sportster. It's just a really, really sharp bike. It really fits me really well. I love it. But the Harley brand, I can't stand. I go into these stores and they are full of retired, racist white guys. And I'm not saying that's everybody. It's certainly not everybody because I'm a Harley owner and I'm not a retired racist white guy to the best of my ability. But you know, you can try and try and try and try to be included in a demographic. And I've just kind of hit my point where I'm just like, I don't fucking care anymore. It's not on me to prove that not all Harley owners are shitty bags of dicks. Oh no. Well, see, my mom wouldn't allow it for so many years, and then I ignored her and did it anyway. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that to your wife. That's a bad idea for a relationship. But I ignored my mom, and then my mom started side-eyeing me. She was like, "That looks kind of fun," and I was like, "It is fun." And she's like, "Is it hard?" And I'm like, "No, it's not hard." And she's like, "Hmm." And a couple weeks later, she came back and she's like, "Might have gotten my permit. Can I borrow your motorcycle to try to learn on it?" And I was like, yeah, you can. Yeah, I hear a lot about how old Harleys were real and new Harleys are for pussies, and I don't. I'm sure they were a lot different than they are now. They're definitely overpriced, very smooth nonsense machines now. I have seen some sidecar bikes. Honestly, I'm getting the older I get, the more I kind of don't hate the little cafe racer aesthetic. I always was under the impression that I needed to literally be the living embodiment of Sirius Black anytime I went out on my motorcycle. You know, it's got to be a cruiser. It's got to be cool. But the cafe racer with the sidecar, although I'm scared of sidecars, it just seems like too many failure points. But that's having never actually had one or ridden with one. I've been kind of looking at Indians, but then there's the whole problem of it's got a friggin' Indian head on the side of the motorcycle. What have I gained? I don't want a Harley because everybody's racist. Let's get an Indian. Yeah, letting people like things. I mean, I was kind of struggling because it kind of felt the same. Getting rid of the Harley felt the same as all those idiots that are burning their Nikes, but I look very visibly like I have a certain worldview, and I hate that. I certainly don't. So I'm just gonna have to get a just wildly, flamboyantly bisexual colored riding jacket and wear that on the Harley. Problem solved. The Triumphs are sexy. Yeah, they are. I haven't looked, oh god, Harley owners have a gigantic gatekeeping population. It was hard enough being a woman. It was because I got my motorcycle at 20, or I got my license at 21 or 22, I think. And Grid and I for a long time rode with the Patriot Guard, who they're a non-politically affiliated motorcycle group, mostly made up of ex-service members. A lot of times, if you've seen them in the news, you've seen them escorting soldiers' funerals. They briefly made the news for shielding soldiers' funerals from, like, the Westboro Baptist Church when that was a fucking thing. It was a good thing. It was good. It was good work. Good volunteer work. But I was the youngest by, like, 2 or 3 decades every time we went. And it wasn't that I didn't believe in the work. It was so uncomfortable. You know, everything that I did was everything that I did was very visible. So there wasn't a lot of learning that I could do, because if I did something wrong, there would be 30 people trying to help me. And they were usually positive intent, but you need space, you know? I don't remember where I was going with this. I don't remember. I haven't looked at a lot of motorcycles and I'm definitely not very up on recent bikes because there's no universe where it would make sense for me to sell the Harley. I couldn't afford the Harley. If my mother didn't trade with me, there's no reason I would have it. It's a well-running bike. It's still very new. I don't know. Well, it's only 5 years old. 6 years old? 6 years old now? Great, clean, well-maintained bike. And I guess I can't sell it until I try to talk to my mother again, so. Come on. But now it's raining and I can't even go out and ride it. I mean, I guess I could. But riding in the rain sucks. Don't stop again, Spotify. Don't pull this bullshit. I know Grid would love to get his pilot's license, but that's probably never going to happen in the history of the world. I can dream, though. I haven't even considered the possibility because it's so beyond my ability to do. Go out and get that M! I love having extra letters on your license. Around us, at least, we have a local college that does motorcycle courses. So you take like a 2-week course, and at the end of it, functionally, you kind of take your driver's test, but they provide a motorcycle for you. They have, like, you know, class motorcycles. And then you have passed your road test at the end of it. I love that, Dux. That's beautiful. Yeah, I don't even know. There's no... I'm not saying they don't exist, because I'm sure they exist, but I have not encountered any kind of motorcycle group that I feel comfortable in at any point. Ever. There is one other woman that I know that is younger than me that rides a motorcycle of my extended friends circle. Let me think. Everything is either crotch rocket aesthetic, which is sweatpants wearing dude bro and his tiny girlfriend sitting on the back going 150 miles down the road, or it is retired white guy with $50,000 in heat-up gloves sitting on his Harley. But leather jackets are definitely by. I'm claiming them right now. That's it. We're done. I actually do need a new lightweight riding jacket this year. My other one finally disintegrated. Yeah, they're extremely cliche. It's really frustrating because, you know, the whole motorcycle culture, the whole Harley culture developed around people who felt they were outsiders. Now, if you don't have those funny stickers on your helmet that are all about how much you hate your wife, you know. I'm sure there is. There's gotta be. I have not encountered one in upstate New York. And I don't want to be like, maybe in California, but maybe. I don't know. Somewhere there's gotta be. Hey, Mom the Mewtwo, thank you. Rosa Diaz, yes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Rhino. Well, to be fair, I guess we have a seat rest now. I do occasionally like to sit on the back of Grid's bike. Because sometimes I just don't want to try, you know? And I have been, oh, did I miss those? Oh no, we're still fine. I have definitely checked my phone. But that's when we have a seat rest. We didn't used to have a seat rest. Hey, Dav. No, no Crash Bandicoot. That would be so many pixels. That would be so much bigger. That's so much extra effort. Who do you think I am? This is wrong. Oh, it's wrong. Damn it. Okay, time to reverse the stream. Rewind. Wicked. Okay, only a couple stitches. We're fine. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I definitely used to have a friend that would, she didn't have her car license because she was too scared to drive a car. And she kept telling me to teach her how to ride a motorcycle, and I'm just like, no. No. I get it, because cars are big, and you don't know where they end, and they're scary to drive around, but no. If you hit something in a car, you're gonna walk away from that. You hit something in a motorcycle, I know many people who haven't. We have to replace my seat. We were supposed to do it 2 years ago, and then we just never got around to it because I actually have a back seat. I don't have rear pegs, but I do have a back seat, and I don't want it. I don't want anyone even assuming that they can sit behind me on my bike, because the answer is no. Not because I'm not capable of riding 2-up, but it's usually smarter if the person in front is the bigger person. So unless I'm riding children behind me. Oh dear, Dav. Oh shoot, I have to get mine in for an inspection. Yeah, we've got an outline. Hell yeah! Wait, what do we need? We need to get in on the face. Yeah, we need to make that Hulk Hogan mustache a little bit more extra. Okay, and then we're gonna go... No, well, this is gonna be a waste no matter which direction we go unless we tie off 400 times, and I'm not gonna do that, so... Up the Road has a white version of your bike. Ooh. Someday, I'm gonna have a white bike. Someday when I have enough money that I also have a pool boy to take care of my bike for me. So it's not like an I'm looking for a white bike at the moment. It's just a lifestyle dream. But the boulevards are a little too thick for me. They're just a little too wide. I can ride them, but they're too... I don't like your bike. I mean, it looks nice. Looks nice on you. Or looks nice with you on it. Giggity. But, can't throw it around like I can throw mine around. Although I wouldn't say no to a 1200. Not saying that's a 1200, I'm just saying... I'm just saying I want a 1200. Alright, now where are we going? I think I am SOL. I think I need to rethread. That's fine. A white gold wing? What do I look like? It's fine, Grid. I'll get you a nice king seat. It'll be heated, have speakers, a little USB charging port, a cup holder, maybe a little cooler for your Mountain Dews. You'll be so comfy. Actually, I bet those are comfy as hell. What else do I make? I used to crochet. I don't crochet so much anymore because my wrist is fucked up. Mostly, honestly, we do this in the afternoons, and a lot of the rest of the time we play video games. I'm more often video game. 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 days a week, mostly. I recently got into cross-stitch. Relatively recently. Oh, Mom the Mewtwo, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. But yeah, every week we do a Kirby, at least lately. I don't know what's gonna happen when we run out of Kirbys, but I can't see that far in the future yet, so here we are. And one Shy Guy. Alright, where are we going now? I guess let's start up here. Yes, Tuesday and Thursday streams where I sit down with a big block of salt and I just go to town. I did log off at that campfire also, despite your well-intentioned advice to the contrary. Ooh, a favorite. Yes. My favorite is this one. I love this one very much, but this is actually the first one I did. I didn't design this pattern. Somebody else did. So that's why it's not down here, because I don't feel like I #own it. But man, I love it so much. I love blue Kirby. I'm happy with how this came out, being my first try ever. Love looking at him. AC though. Thank you, thank you. We'll work on that raffle for Sleepy Kirby soon. I just gotta finish the replacement. Someday I want to get into other video games, obviously. I want to get into Yoshi. I want to do some other things, but my goal in starting this was to do all the Kirbys, so here we are. And then after that, we'll reevaluate. Oh, did we end another disc again? Damn it. Why won't you just give me all the songs and then cycle through all the songs? So we were in storage the other day and trying to organize all the stuff in storage, and I pulled out a hoop that Grid had turned back when he was still doing wood turning. Yeah, Spotify makes you work for it, alright, that's the truth. And I kind of want to make a project out of the hoop. It's just a little pine hoop. He broke it, so it's glued together. It's nothing crazy. It was the first draft of a project that he was working on a long time ago. But I wanted to do something with it because it was kicking around and it looks nice and whatever. So I brought it home and I hit it with a little bit of sandpaper, and I got some Danish oil on it. But I was out of paper towels, so I was trying to use tissues. And the tissues were just like... I obviously couldn't wait to do this until I did get paper towels, because waiting is for people who don't have ADD. And so yeah, I was getting little fuzzies all over this friggin' beautifully turned hoop with this Danish oil that I'm trying to spread on it. And then when I'm finished, I obviously don't have anywhere to really put it other than my desk. And I'm just like, man, if I waited just a little bit longer, I could have had a garage to do this. Could have had some better ventilation. Could have had a shop rag. A big old bucket full of shop rags. See, though, you're banned forever. No, I'm kidding. That's not true. That's awesome, Mitcha. I like the raffles. They're fun. So mad. The last one was like 1.1 ounce heavier than it could have been if I wanted to send it without a customs form. I was like, son of a bitch. All right, I think that's all of this color we have. In the middle? Yep, in the middle. Okay, so we have one more ring of lighter pink. Two more pinks? Did I do that on purpose? I don't think I did that on purpose. Hey, what do we got? I still haven't finished Sarah's Christmas present. I'm not even going to bring it out to show it to you guys because I haven't gotten any work done on it since the last time I showed it to you. Maybe a little bit, but nothing worth seeing. It has taken so long that now it is past Sarah's birthday. So... maybe it will be her next Christmas present. I definitely bit off more than I could chew this year. Okay. And I keep breaking off all my fingernails. My pinky nails could take your eyes out, but I keep putting my hands in. I keep like washing things and chipping off my first two fingers. Frustrating. Okay, so now where should I go? Why are those different colors? What did I do? Whoops. Damn it. Oh, come on. There we go. Yesterday I did so good, I actually got 2 patterns finished. So if I don't have the wherewithal to do another pattern this week, we still have another pattern ready for next time. I would like to just get them all finished, so then I don't ever have to do another Kirby pattern again because I'm really sick of them. I'm not sick of stitching them, I just really hate making the patterns. It really sucks. Definitely a little angry. Just a little frustrated. A little, a slight titch. Just a scotch. Grouchy. If you will. Is that no talk me Angie? It is! Oh, 6 has the best emotes. He looks so mad. The face looks really weird in person. So funny how lensing makes things look different. Am I going in? Yes, one extra. Sorry, Setho. Duck's already made that joke. You were too late. You lose. Alright, so let's follow this thread up to the top of Kirby's noggin. Then it might be Sally time real quick. I'm happy that you guys can't hear the road noise, which actually has stopped, but it's stopped, I think, because it's raining so hard outside. It just sounds so nice. It's little plinks of water and little puddles out front. There's a crow somewhere. It's so nice. I could just overlay the stream with that. Perfect, Evan. I'll need you guys to help me with my branding. Okay, let me tie this off, throw another thread on here. Nature time. As we go outside and get mobbed by a whole bunch of, like, inexplicably wild turkeys or something. Never seen a turkey around here, but suddenly there's 45 of them. Alright, it's Sally time. I gotta take a bathroom break. Hold on. All right. I like that over the weeks we seem to have less fear and terror when Sally comes out. Now everybody's accepted the circumstance, the situation. I've beaten you all down. Come on. Being weird? Don't you be weird. My job. Okay, here we go. Oops. Nailed it. I'm supposed to get some more craft supplies in the mail today, actually. So I should be able to officially finish making my Solar Choker for our Dark Souls experience. And then I should officially be able to... I might be able to squeeze 2 more out of the velvet I bought. Kind of wanted to have one plain one and then one for swapping out pins, but then I didn't plan on having one solo for Solar, but it doesn't seem like I'll be able to swap that one out like I can the others because the pin is too big, so... Yeah, you gotta stay on the good side of the possessed dolls, absolutely. Nah, Sally's chill. She's chill. She won't eat you in your sleep. Mostly. Oh no. What did I do? Oh. Yep. Okay, so I have to cut this stitch out. Go back in with the last color that we did and replace that. No big deal. I definitely want to do the feats after this because I'm bored of pink. As usual. migrating out of the camera view for a little bit, or finally, after a while. One right there. Okay. Oh, trucks are back. Maybe they were just on lunch. Hey, Takirosh, welcome. Or Takirosh, I'm sorry. However you prefer that pronounced, please correct me. Reading is hard. Alright, so we got our cheeks down. Now we gotta go... down by these feet. Whoops. I'm just doing real good at just constantly dropping the needle today. Need some magnets in my fingers. Taki, thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna have to rethread this needle before we get to the end. Nice. Wing is a solid power for that one. That's awesome. Oh shoot, I skipped. Oh, I don't have that reflected in the pattern on the other side. Oh, that's dumb. My bad. We're gonna have to go back and fix that. That's okay. No big deal. I'm trying to leave the handhelds out of the packing nonsense because I feel like those will be nice to have around, available when we finally get to the real moving. You know, the day after, the couple days before or whatever. Might be nice to have those. I'm excited to finally check out Kirby Superstar Ultra. I have never played it. Picked up the cartridge a couple months ago now at this point. I don't know how it's different, if it's much different, but I'm excited to see. I always forget somehow that I have the DS. I have a DS and a 3DS, and I forget about them both. Just not really a handheld person, I guess, now that we've gotten away from the Game Boy Color, which was my pride and joy. Oh, can I get one more? No, I can't get one more stitch. That's fine. No big deal. I think I forgot to tag this with all of the tags. Like cross stitch. I thought there was at least one new power though. And some of the graphics are a little different. But if it looks different, you know, I have to grouch about it. Gotta be grumpy. Ah, I hate threading for 1 stitch. Boo! Oops. And that's all that I need. God damn. Nice. Well, I gotta have that 100% rating on every console that I have, so. Okay, now we keep going with the same thing. Yeah, the same thing. I did miss a little bit here, so we need to do... Okay. There we go. That's better. Two. Three. And then one down here. Okay, now we can tie off and move. Sweet. And then I guess we can pick up right back here. That's fine. No, that's not the hole. No. There you go. Play as Meta Knight. Interesting. Arena, but harder. I want that. Make my life miserable. Right, Evan? Hee hee. Try finger, but hole. Okay, and then this is the last one here. And we have to put blush on that cheek. Where are you? Well, I guess that's good enough. Sure. I haven't actually seen that message, have I? I haven't seen any of the ones that you guys keep warning me about, but you've said it so many times. How am I supposed to not? How can I even? All right, I think that's all the pink that we need for this. Yeah, except our final pink. Final pink. Can't decide if I just want to do the final pink now. And then we can do all the fun stuff later. Last, where it's more fun, you know? As opposed to doing the final pink, the last thing, and then my insides start screaming because I'm so bored. I'm like, everybody is as bored as I am. Because this part is boring! Or maybe we could just jump around. Maybe we could do, like, a needle full of the final pink and then a different color? Maybe let's do that. Maybe we don't have to completely finish things as we start them. Maybe we should be gentle with ourselves. I'm not sure how we can make a nice, relaxing Kirby cross-stitch stream so dirty, but boy, we can and we do. Wow, Rhino. Wow. Thank you for that. We all had that now. I have seen the message now. I am part of the club now. Oh, this gradient looks great. Hell yeah. I think I finally solidified our Kirby palette. Well, there's our rebrand. Shoot. Oh, FedEx is the worst. FedEx gave up and dropped my frickin' Xbox Pro controller at a different apartment building, and my normal post office or my normal postman came around and left me a note. I was like, there's a package for you in a different building. Thanks. That's true. But at least, like, my normal... I'm not saying they haven't brought things to weird locations, but at least the guy that usually delivers my mail knows who I am and where I live. That part's nice. It can mess up all the back-end stuff that I want, but at least there's a human that knows what my name is. Somewhere in the chain. Out of Texas, oh my god. That's crazy. It's fine. People don't rely on medication in the mail. It's whatever. It's no big deal. I know what'll solve the problem. Decreasing overtime and hiring. And increasing charges. That's what'll help. Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, yeah, the thing that I was waiting on for like a month went to somewhere bizarre. It like got to my city and then it left again. It was like, entered New York, entered your city. Went to the city further away, now is in New Jersey. I'm like, well, it does say new in the title, you're right, you got a little bit there. Package that I sent to Canada recently, I was like, it's out of my hands. Here's the tracking number. Good luck. I don't know. Don't know how this is gonna turn out. Oh, it's still pretty early. We've gotten quite far on this. Although I suppose maybe I don't normally go for the pink parts of Kirby quite this early, usually. One more. Yeah, there we go. Great. So now we're gonna cut this off and do some red, because I'm already bored of pink. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Oh my god. That's awesome, Rhino. Good luck. Man, every time we do one of these, I crave sushi. You guys are bad influences. Take care, Sir Forcio. Thanks for hanging out. I always blame you, Sito. Always. Wow. I got an Amazon envelope. I ordered a, so at work, we all have Mac laptops, MacBooks, whatever they're, yeah, MacBooks. I ordered a cover for mine. So it came in like a flat bubble mailer. It was real flat. The bubble mailer just showed up empty. It was just an empty bubble mailer. There was nothing in it. I was like, are you for real? Excuse me. Oh, crap. There it is. Oh, see, I never would have done that. I'd steal a hard drive. If I thought it was a phone and it turned out to be a hard drive, I'd be ecstatic. I've never experienced this picture thing of people taking pictures of, like, sending you the picture of your house. I've never experienced that. No, that's a lie. Last time we got Grubhub, our Grubhub driver did that, but I have never had that, ever. Yeah, that makes sense. I did see literally like an Amazon Prime truck around the other day, so I wonder if that was... I mean, I don't think that my post office guy is gonna do that. Okay, so that's all the dark red on that side. That makes sense. Gig workers, gotcha. Oops. Oh god, that's horrifying, Rhino. I definitely had a creep in this apartment complex take pictures of me through the window while I was doing yoga once. Didn't like that. Yeah, right? Like I wasn't even wearing anything that exciting. You can see bare boobies on the internet. They're not even hard to find. I swear, it's real. There's an unlimited supply. People never leave ads under my windshield wipers. They only leave, like, Bible tracts. I would rather find some coupons. Let me go down here. Snack-sized candy? I'd be scared to eat it. Have you drugged my candy? Melted to your windshield. Beautiful. What, you can bring that in, right? Just like a disintegrated coupon. Honor this, please. All right. Oh, that sucks. Alright, let's try to do just a little more. I really don't want to take 2 weeks to do every one of these. I would love to hop on and do some extra Kirby bonus streams, but just don't know when. Maybe if I'm feeling crappy Monday morning or something. Oh, ouch! Yikes! Good luck, Burger. Good luck. I don't see any Furbies. What are you talking about? Sorry, sir, but I think you're going crazy. Apparently your interviewer is a sir in my head. Oh, I gotcha. Well, I hope it sounds good, at least. I hope they're not trying to screw you. A friend of mine keeps looking for jobs, and he keeps looking for remote work, and they keep posting, like, remote work on LinkedIn or wherever you look for jobs. I don't know. And it keeps saying, yeah, remote work. We're looking for remote workers. And then they, you know, he applies and they call him and they're like, just kidding. We want you to come in. And he's like, bye. No. Definitely heard in the Harley store the other day, "Ah, well, nobody wants to go back to work because they're making so much money on unemployment." Now, I'm not gonna say that this year hasn't been awesome in terms of we got more unemployment than I ever thought we were going to, and we were actually pretty comfortable this whole time. And I'm also not gonna say that, you know, if I had the if I could choose to go to work all the time and then, or versus not go to work all the time, I would choose to not go to work all the time. But maybe if we paid, you know, wages that people would be able to live on, maybe we could fill some more jobs at the end of a pandemic where people are still worried about going outside and they're not sure it's done yet. Oh, not receiving unemployment? That sucks. That hardcore sucks. Yeah, we got laid off last March, and because thankfully New York did a whole bunch for gig workers, which it fucking should have, considering all the Broadway workers that were out of business. Because normally, you know, if you're freelance, you don't qualify. But we made out pretty good. Scraping together everything to last for as long as we possibly could. But it shouldn't have to be like this. We should help people to live. I feel like Kirby almost kind of looks like, with the pink up here, almost kind of looks like a beard. Like he's got a handlebar mustache, but also a 5 o'clock shadow. Kirby is sick of your shit. Kirby's gonna curb stomp your life. Oh, that's ridiculous, Rhino. That sucks. Ah, curb stomp. I didn't even think of that. Oh, I'm mad about it. But also, like, what frustrates me, oh, all these people don't want to go back to work. Dude, my industry is still broken. Like, my whole industry, my whole career, everything I went to school for is broken. Still not working, still not going. So I have two options. One, I can work at McDonald's. I can go to McDonald's for not enough money to live when I'm still worried about a pandemic, when hopefully my plan is to quit in 2 months when I have a job again. And now I've been a hiring manager. If I ask you, how long do you plan to stay here, and you don't lie to me and say, oh, forever, I'm not hiring you, because it's not worth it to me to hire somebody, take 3 weeks training them, and then they leave in a month. That's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Not worth my time, it's not worth my money, it's not worth your time or your money. Yeah, I saw that. That's horrifying. Alright, so we're about done with this thread. I've thought about looking for a temp agency, yeah. But honestly, even if we don't have any money coming in, I mean, this is what I'm doing, and this takes up full-time job amounts of my time. grid's got a little bit of extra work going on here and there. We are fine. We are not hurting. Blessedly. The little money that I'm bringing in from this and the little money grid is bringing in from other things and the savings that we had. We are very, very lucky. But there's that. Oh yeah, no, I mean, there are a lot of places that I could apply to, but the same thing applies, you know? I'm not gonna go to I don't want to go to a throwaway job for a couple more months, because I still have confidence. I mean, I still have a job. They're going to call me back when they have the ability to call me back. So I don't want to go get trained and then dip. That is something I can do if we start hurting worse, but... at the moment, we are not in trouble. It has been lovely how much I've been able to focus on the stream, too. Ah, crap, I meant to thread this with red, so we didn't have to do more pink. Bummer! Oh, that sucks, Rhino. That's the truth, Eben. That's the truth. But anyway, this is sad. What's not sad? Kirby's not sad. Kirby's pissed! Yeah, it definitely looks like a mustache. Funny as hell. Should I waste that whole big piece of floss, or should I just pick a one side? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do an afternoon stream this weekend. So we don't have to wait another week to finish him up. He's got flames behind him. It's gonna be great. What do we got? 2 o'clock. All right, guys. I think I'm actually going to wrap it up here for the afternoon. So I can go eat some lunch. Maybe I'll do just a little bit more pink so we can fill that in, and really all we'll have to worry about next time are the feats and the fire. The fire! We'll do the fire, it'll be great. Tonight, I think I had put on the schedule that I'm gonna play Control. I think that was correct. I think that's what I had. I don't remember. Yeah, Control. So I'll be back at normal time with Control. Let's see if I can find... Alright, well, I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. See ya.